I know when we talk of Thanksgiving, probably you rewind, you recall, you think through the entire period of the year. And probably the deception of the enemy is like, you have no reason to thank God. Or you have no enough reason to give him praise or to appreciate him. Maybe you look back, or even where you are today, what you can, or what shouts out in your life is not the best that you'd even want somebody to know. And you're wondering if, honestly, you can thank God. The Bible admonishes us that in all circumstances, we ought to give thanks. Irrespective of the situations, irrespective of our past, irrespective of our present, irrespective whether we know what is coming ahead or not, we have been called upon to give thanks. And giving thanks, you don't only give thanks for what God has done for you. Because let me tell you, even that which God has done for you on the face of the earth is temporal. It is temporal. Thanksgiving ought to go beyond the temporal things. I know it's easy when probably this year you got a job. It's easy probably this year, God brought you back as a family. It's easy maybe this year you saw a change in the behavior of your child. I tell you, those are temporal. But through thanksgiving, God expects us to have a deep-rooted thanksgiving, rooted in who we are in God and who God is to us. And because of that, we have all the reasons to thank him. You can sit back and look and probably see, things did not work the way you had planned. The resolutions that you made in January, probably you have not realized them. And it is like, God, what exactly did happen? And deep inside you are saying, do I have any reason to thank him? You look at your friend, you look at your colleagues, they've probably made some progress. They've probably done a step or two ahead of you. And the devil will deceive you and bring you to a point of anxiety, a point of disappointment, a point of disillusion. And you might think that you don't have reasons to thank him. I want to tell you, child of God, Paul puts it so well in the scriptures. When you read the scriptures, there is a word, there's a current that runs in Paul's letters about thanksgiving. And it is the equation, it is the order, it is the protocol of God that in everything we give thanks. When God gives us an order, when God gives us instructions, when God gives us a demand, and that is what God says, giving thanks in everything. And Paul brought it out in very many scriptures. In everything give thanks. As you relate, as you encourage one another in thanksgiving. As you enter God's courts, enter his courts with thanksgiving. That is God's order. So in other words, God gave us that order, not to manipulate us, not to punish us, but he gave it to us as a weapon. He gave it to us as a tool for us to access that which is his will. Bwana Yesu apewe sifa. Praise the name of the Lord. Thanksgiving, God gave it to us as a tool. He gave it to us as a weapon so that we may access his presence, so that we may go through life in the seasons, the circumstances that we go through. So irrespective of our environment, we have got all the reason to thank him. Inua hizo mikono.